The Barbara Sinatra Children's Center has just launched a virtual $1.5 million campaign to help prevent child abuse, and it couldn't come at a better time. Today I spoke with director John Thorson. John, thanks for joining us.
Sure. Thank you, Peter.
First off, how has this crisis impacted the Barbara Sinatra Children's Center and also children in our community who are in need of help right now?
Well, a couple of things. One, most kids that have suffered some kind of trauma of abuse, whether it be sexual or emotional or physical abuse, their outlets for discussing or disclosing that are generally teachers, school counselors, pediatricians, family friends. And with the isolation, these kids have basically been cut off from those trusted adults that they can talk to. Add upon that the fact that there's economic stress with families. As you know, the amount of alcohol consumption has increased substantially, and unfortunately, sometimes kids get the brunt of that. So with that being the case, kids are being affected right now.
Can you tell us about some of the types of cases that you're seeing right now?
Essentially, it's kids that have been placed into another home because maybe their parents are essential workers, they're not in school, and maybe there's something happening by a family friend that's taking care of those kids. Again, maybe there's stress in that household. So we are still seeing some cases, especially with kids that are being taken to friends and families' homes where they really don't know the people that well.
Tell us about your new campaign, Fight Child Abuse.
Yeah, Fight Child Abuse is something that actually the Barbara Sinatra Children's Center has been working on for some time. I mean, we've been here for 30 years treating abuse, but we really felt that it was important to build a campaign to outreach, not only in this valley, but all throughout the United States and now globally, on prevention of abuse and awareness about abuse. So we've created a number of animated videos that teaches kids in a very short 3-minute video what abuse is, how to protect themselves from abuse. And then most recently we did a series on how to disclose abuse, because even though we know that abuse happens, only about 20% of abuse cases are reported. There's a lot of kids out there that are suffering, and we need to give them some guidance on how to disclose that abuse.
So this is one way to reach children virtually.
Absolutely. They're not, prior to the COVID situation, a number of schools throughout the United States, in fact, in 15,000 different cities, were showing the videos to school-age children in classrooms. Part of it is a response to Aaron's Law that was passed in many states throughout the country to have abuse prevention in schools. The state of Oregon was one of the first ones that started using our videos. But once schools closed, we felt we needed to get a campaign to take these videos and the messages directly to children, especially those that are 13 and over. And that's exactly what we're doing in this campaign.
And you mentioned, John, some of the challenges right now because of the stay-at-home orders. What can we do? I know it's not the same as it was before, but what can we do if we suspect that there is a child being abused right now?
The best thing we tell everybody is to call law enforcement. Really, that's the best thing to do. Call 911, call a patrol officer, or you can obviously tell a counselor or a teacher if you know them, because they're mandated reporters also. So they have to report and call Child Protective Services and law enforcement. So begins an investigation.
All right, John, we appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Peter.